welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 241, X-Cop, Bad Guy Earth. My name is Eric.
I am Jason.
Hello.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, pal.
What's the haps? You doing alright?
Nope.
No?
No haps.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
It's such a nice day.
It's a nice day.
It's a good day for haps.
No haps.
No haps.
Yep. I spent all day doing my audio magic.
You mean your drudgery?
Yeah. No, yeah. I edited 3 podcasts today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you have to listen to them all when you do that?
Not really.
Okay, that's good.
No, yeah.
Because as our listeners know, that is a fate worse than death.
Yeah, I would never sustain myself to, I would never
Subject yourself.
subject myself to any.
You had like some of the letters, right?
Yeah.
Aw. Hey, words are hard. I get dumb. I'll get dumb. Let's get dumb, yo. We're going to get dumb here today. No, we're not going to get dumb. We're going to get fucking excited.
We'll still be dumb.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
Because that's not a change
No,
from episode 1.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're not going to get dumb.
Right,
We've mastered
there.
it.
Yeah. We're the masters of dumb.
We are.
They should make an action figure line out of us.
Yeah. We're kind of the Captain and Tennille of dumb.
Pretty sure Captain and Tennille are the Captain and Tennille of dumb.
I don't know much about Captain and Tennille,
I don't either.
other than they sold a lot of records.
Yeah, and the guy dresses like a boat captain.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You have a very wide definition of cool.
I try. Everybody has their day in the sun. You know?
Sure. We haven't yet.
No.
We're trying, though. We're grasping.
Actually, I spent a lot of today in the sun.
Ooh.
I did.
Yeah, I didn't.
I did some yard work today.
What?
Yeah, my mom is getting her fence professionally painted tomorrow. The fence that I painted last year.
Okay, right.
Or the fence that I painted half of all the posts. While I was listening to the Miami Vice soundtrack on my cassette Walkman. And that true story, by the way. But apparently, I didn't know this. She wanted all the chain links painted too. I thought she just wanted all the posts painted. Because, I mean, chain links, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like the crisscrossing.
Right, yeah.
And they're tiny.
Right.
And but apparently she wanted so there's this dude that she's gonna hire to do it, and he has like this big it's basically like a fuzzy catcher's mitt that he paints them with, and this seems like a heck of a deal. Excuse me. He's gonna do our entire yard, which is the entire thing is fenced in, and it's not a huge yard, but it's definitely not a small one. You're mid-sized.
Yeah.
And he's going to charge her $150 to paint the entire thing, including all the chain links. And I was like, that seems like that would be no less than like 80 hours of work, you know, if I was like doing it myself.
Well, sure. But he's got a thing.
Yeah. He's got this magical
Right.
tool. Huh.
Well, why don't you just spray paint it? That would be quick,
That'd
right?
be good.
Yeah.
But so what I was doing was pulling all the weeds that were growing up in front of the fence line, around the entire fence line, so he could get to the chain links.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's why I was in the yard.
All right.
Sorry, I did the segment 2 thing in segment 1. I just realized.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
So, okay.
But yeah, it's super awesome out here today, outside. It's like in the 70s.
Sure. So I've left the house twice.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. Oh, maybe we'll go on another one of our walks during the break.
I'm not feeling it today.
Not feeling it?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
No, maybe by then. We'll see
We'll
see
what
how you
happens.
feel.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to spot some more kitties. That was fun.
What's happening?
We had fun spotting kitties.
We did.
Yeah. Should we be talking about a comic book? I don't know.
We should try, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
Axe Cop, bad guy. Or...
How are you doing?
I don't remember.
Oh. So did you read these?
In order? Yes.
Did you read them all like in one chunk?
No.
Yeah.
I read the first two in one chunk. And then I got busy, and then I didn't get another chance to finish it until today, actually. But it's a 3-issue comic, put out by Dark Horse. I know. Last week we talked a little bit about we had read the first volume, the first trade paperback,
which was mostly like the web comics, right?
Right. And so this is volume 2, and it's the first Dark Horse miniseries. And then there's a volume 3, and then volume 4, which just came out, is President Earth, or President of the Earth, or something like that. Right?
President of the World. President of the World, yeah.
President of the World. Which is the second Dark Horse miniseries. And, like I bought this one, volume 2, like off the shelf. And I think by the time volume 3 would have come out, like I was starting to do the mail order thing, but I missed it completely, I guess, and I don't know what volume 3 was.
Yeah, I thought,
but I did figure out finally what it is.
I was because I thought President was after Bad Earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Volume 3. So volume 1 was a collection of the web stuff. Then this is volume 2. Volume 3 is another collection of the web stuff.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then volume 4 is the Dark Horse series, the President of the World.
Right. Awesome.
So I'm guessing if by that pattern, volume 5 would be more web stuff.
So they're still doing web stuff.
I would assume. I don't know.
I would assume that everyone listening to this show is familiar with Axe Cop either by listening to our previous episode or just by knowing what it is. But just in case, it is pretty unique, so maybe we should tell the listener what it is.
A refresh.
Yeah.
So Axe Cop is written and drawn by Malachi Nicole and Ethan Nicole. They're brothers. Ethan is, I believe, now in his 30s, probably 31, 32. Malachi right now is probably about 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And when they started this, Malachi was 5 with the very first Axe Cop.
Which is incredible. That's so cool.
So basically, yeah, it's like these two brothers were just hanging out, and they were just having a ton of fun making shit up as a kid would do.
Playing with their toys.
Yeah. And Ethan decided that he was just going to start drawing the adventures of this Axe Cop character that they created. And it became a sensation.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say.
Deservedly so.
Yeah.
Because it's great.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. And right now, so there's been at least 2 Dark Horse miniseries published, 2 trades of the webcomic stuff published, and starting last weekend was the premiere of the Axe Cop animated television program.
And is it on Cartoon Network?
It is on Fox.
Fox. Okay.
Yeah. 11 o'clock at night. Unless, for whatever reason, your local Fox station decides to preempt it with news and or lottery.
Yeah. We tried to watch it the last 2 Saturdays during our infamous drawing nights.
Right.
And, it starts at, like, 15:15 or something?
It's supposed to start at 11.
But, I mean, like, it actually started... Was it, like, 15:15 or 11:30, something like
whenever.
Yeah, just whenever they're done with the lottery.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to watch lottery.
I don't either. If it was the news they were preempting it with, I might watch that.
Right.
News.
Right.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have an interest in the news.
Sure. It's certainly more interesting than the lottery.
Right. I know, right? Like, I don't want to watch... Like, I don't care if everybody always loses, always wins, some here, some there. Like, There's no outcome of watching the lottery that would be interesting to watch.
Nope.
you know,
Yeah. I mean, unless we were playing
or like we were like,
there, right?
gonna
Yeah.
been like we knew someone that was like winning, and
Sure.
we're like excited for them, and and for the money we were gonna borrow from them, of
Of
course.
course, right? Yeah.
But yeah,
I think it would be more of an investment that they
yeah,
would be making in us.
in our artistic potential,
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that lottery.
No. So, but yeah, so, but it's supposed to be on 9/11, and then there's a terrible, terrible show between,
Oh my gosh!
because I guess there are 2 episodes of Axe Cup every Saturday. At least that is the pattern so far for the past 2 weeks. But in between each 15-minute segment, they also air a horrible show that you should never ever watch.
Right.
But you should keep on just because
You don't wanna miss the-
you don't want to miss the
Right,
second
right.
Axe Cup. Right, yeah.
But is it they show the previous episode? The second episode is going to be the previous one?
I
or-
guess. I don't know. I don't know how it's working.
Nah.
That's what happened last night.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, 1 or 2 episodes of Axe Cop. Still great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you just want to watch the one,
Yeah.
and turn it off. That's
Uh-huh.
fine. That's probably just as good, actually.
I would have watched the second one had I not already watched it the day prior.
Right.
Yeah. Because they're fantastic.
And they're pretty short.
15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like an Adult Swim thing, but on Fox.
Right.
There. With interstitials done by our friend Pat King.
Yeah. It seems like it. Not really, but it was like talking pizza and like maybe that's just like kind of
A thing that's happening now?
a style, like is it Zeitgeist or Zeitgeist? I don't know.
Zeitgeist. Yeah.
Maybe like it's something that kids or like 20-somethings
Are into.
yeah, like talking foods. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. Pat, explain it to us. You don't listen anymore.
Yeah,
Whatever.
explain that too.
Yeah.
While
Yeah.
you're at it.
Explain both of these
Yeah.
things. Why you don't listen, and what is the deal with talking food?
Yeah,
And just
I have a feeling if we're using the forum that he doesn't listen to ask him why he's not listening,
we're probably never
we're not
gonna get an
not
answer.
going to get that answer. Yeah.
Worth a shot.
Yeah, you never know. There's sort of talking food in this one. There's a cup full of water that talks. That kind of kicks off the miniseries.
That is true. Mr. Cup,
Mr. Cup
who has water for brains and carries an axe blade.
on his it's like strapped around his shoulders or something.
Yep. Because he's a cup with arms and a face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and water for a brain.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. As you see from time to time
It
at a
happens.
restaurant.
Sure. Yeah.
Eating with his pal, Mr. Hammer.
Right.
Not the one with the parachute pants, just the actual
Mr. Hammer. Right,
tool,
yeah.
right? And not the tool with the parachute pants. But yeah. So this is the first. Well, wasn't there a longer story in the trade paperback that we read before?
There was, yeah.
But it wasn't this long, right?
I guess not, yeah.
Probably not.
It seemed pretty long, but
Maybe just compared to all the other
right,
2-pagers. Yeah.
But yeah, this is, I guess, at least according to the afterword in this in the trade paperback here, there was this is the longest Axe Cop story that they had done to date. So,
That's awesome.
and they were kind of unsure whether it would
Right.
work or not.
I was too, and it totally does.
It totally does. I think there is. I know exactly what it is that I missed from this book
Oh.
that the first one has over it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the Ask Axe Cop section.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
That'll probably be in the third one, though.
It probably would be, I'm sure. Yeah, but it seems to me like a lot of sort of what became, and it's weird to say this, Axe Cop canon
Yeah.
came from the Asks.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that's when it was revealed that at nighttime he puts on a cat suit
And
and
does Night Patrol.
right, yeah,
Which is one of the best parts of X-Cop.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I miss those, I think it really worked as a giant story, and
Oh yeah.
much better than I was kind of afraid it might. But because I did not read, like I asked earlier if you read this all in one chunk, I did not read any of these issues on the same day as each other, and I think like this kind of thing is so insane that it might have been an overload if I had sit down and just read the whole thing in one sitting.
I read the first two chapters like in one sitting. I did it while I was doing my laundry last week, and I did feel a little bit overwhelmed
Right.
by the time I got to the second chapter, and definitely by the time I got to the end of it, where it was just like too much is happening.
Right.
You know, like my brain needs a rest.
Well, I mean, think of it like, I mean, you know, if we were having like a little play date with our nephews or something,
Right.
and you know,
Oh, you'd get exhausted.
you'd get exhausted if like having all this happen like
Right.
all at once, and it is like it's that like crazy and kinetic and random and
Right.
or not. I mean, I don't know. It almost seems random, but it's like connected in the kind of thread that a child would weave, you know, like story wise and narrative wise. So it's like random might be a bad word, but I could see how adults would see it as random. Like, oh, now blood's on the dinosaur, and he's all of a sudden is a bear.
Right,
Doesn't
yeah.
make any sense.
Right.
You know.
Well, that's also still part of the canon of Axe Scott.
Yeah.
Because that's how he became a dinosaur in the first place, was he
Right.
got dinosaur blood on him.
Right. Right.
At least I think.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That's another problem that I had with this, is that I don't remember too much about the first volume.
Well, there's a lot to remember.
There's a ton to remember, and I haven't read it since we did read it, and
Right.
I've also lent it to someone who has kept it.
Ooh, why didn't you hate that?
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it? Can you say?
It was my coworker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bastard.
I don't think he even read it. I know his daughter did,
That's awesome.
and her reaction was, "This is the dumbest, greatest thing that she had ever read." And then his son started reading it, and he just didn't get it.
Aw, how's the son?
Well, at the time, he was probably like 15, 16.
Yeah.
I don't know. When did we read that? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Let's say 2 years ago?
Right.
Okay. So, yeah, he would have been 16 at the time.
I feel like maybe this is one of those things like that if I encountered in that brief period between like
15 and 20.
14 and 20, I would, even if I did like it, I would pretend like I didn't because
Right.
it's too fun and
Right,
you know
right.
it's not artsy and dark and expressive of my teen angst.
Right, exactly.
So I think that kind of makes sense. I thought you were going to say he was like 8 or 10, and I was like, that's perfect.
Well, also, but from what I've heard about this kid, said he doesn't exactly have a like he isn't a dark broody, you know, I'm a teenager kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Like he's just sort of you know, the world works this way.
Oh, okay. So it's more like this is too crazy, and this
Right, yeah.
doesn't. Okay, I can see that too.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, that was, you know, the only two problems I had with this book was no Axe Cop, and couldn't remember too much about the initial
the things
adventures. Yeah.
Right, the things that they sort of reference.
Right.
And Ask Axe Cop, if you don't know, is like they would literally have people email them questions like, "Hey, Axe Cop, what happens when you want to, you know, how do you get your axe in such sharp,
Right,
you know, whatever the question is," and then they would draw like a little 4-panel strip or maybe even a page strip
Right.
about it, and those are awesome. Yeah. This book is so much fun.
Oh yeah.
It's just ridiculous. And, like, there's so many fantastic splash pages. There's, like, probably at least one per issue. Like, we're double page. I mean, there's, like, actual couple of splash pages anyway, but there's, like, some double page splashes of, like, when the all the heroes and all the villains have been squished together into one giant hero and one giant villain. That I would love to buy, like, a giant, like, you know, wall poster of that. That's so awesome. It's kind of like if you haven't read it, it's like when they squish them together. It's like in Transformers when like all the Constructicons become the Devastator.
Right.
It's
yeah.
like all the villains. You can still recognize all of their like faces and body
Right.
parts, but they're all one giant animal.
And then they have all the villains' powers, and
Right.
yeah, it's great.
It's so good.
I was gonna start saying what the plot of this book was, but I couldn't tell you because it starts off as one thing and it just keeps veering off into another.
But it kind of eventually wraps around.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
solves it.
Yeah.
It resolves at the end.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy villains and subplots and
right.
like the kind of wild imagination that, you know, probably only a kid could come up with.
Right. Yeah. And it's fantastic.
It is fantastic. And I bet, you know, I mean, obviously, like, if you know, Malachi is the writer, the young fella,
Yeah.
if he, you know, I would imagine if he just, like, wrote the entire thing and said, okay, here, draw this verbatim, like, you know, I wrote all the word balloons out, I'm sure it would be a different animal,
Mm-hmm.
and it would still be kind of fun and cool, but I would imagine Ethan does a little bit of wrangling and, like,
Oh, I'm sure.
you know, so, like, they really work so well together there.
Right.
I mean, like, Malachi's imagination and Ethan's, like, filter, you
Right,
know,
yeah.
or whatever.
Because I think even Ethan realizes that, you know, as fun as whatever Malachi is coming up with, I think it still needs just that a little bit of logic
Right,
in order for, like, the rest of the world to enjoy it.
right.
You know?
But, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that has its own kind of crazy childlike logic.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, we're not saying, like, that he's like, oh, that wouldn't happen. You know,
No,
I mean, there are things where it says, like, oh, there's an invisible doorknob to my secret lair. And,
Right, yeah.
And, like, you know, imagine yourself in the secret lair and close your eyes and you'll appear there. And,
Right,
like,
yeah.
just all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's not a logic in which, you know, it's like you said, it's like, oh, well, that wouldn't happen. This is ridiculous. You know,
Right,
it's
yeah.
more of a, you know, okay, well, if this does happen, how does this happen?
Right.
You know, kind of logic. You know, and then how does it make sense within what they're doing?
Yeah. Okay, I
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah.
But who am I to say? You know, I don't know a goddamn thing about anything.
I know there's dinosaurs with Gatling guns for arms. And,
Wexter.
yes. And there's, what was the handcuffed man that had, like, he couldn't fight at night, he had to go to bed early?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, he was previously a bad guy, but they put him into the good guy machine.
the good image. Yeah.
And he came out as handcuffed man, and but he couldn't go on their mission with them because it was time for his bedtime.
And who was the guy? There was another hero. I was thinking at first it was Handcuffed Man, but it wasn't. Where, like they called him to like help save the day, and they're like, "Can you do this and or this?" And he's like, "Nope, sorry." And they're like, "Oh, okay, well, never mind." Like that was just like a great throwaway scene. I forget what character it was.
I can't remember that.
There's
either.
so many characters
Oh,
in
yeah.
this. I mean, I'm sure there's like 100 different
yeah.
characters in this 3-issue miniseries.
Well, there's the X-Cops team, which is X-Cop, Dinosaur Soldier, Sakurang, Sakurang's mother, Wexter. Then there's the lion pig creature. And then Dinosaur Soldier gets bear blood on him and turns into a bear.
And then the bear buys. There's a zombie. He's basically got a lemonade stand, but he's selling his zombie blood.
Right,
And the bear drinks some of the zombie blood and becomes a bear zombie.
right.
And then he eats someone's brain and becomes partially that person too.
There is another hero in there. I can't tell who he is though.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And of course, there's the unicorn horns, which allow them to make wishes.
One of my favorite parts about this
Oh,
too.
Ralph Wrinkles, who's the dog.
Oh yeah, Ralph Wrinkles is great. I was like just kind of flipping through here, and one of my favorite parts about this is trying to recognize who some of these characters are based on, like what toys they're based on.
Oh yeah,
Like there's clearly a Hulk Hogan in this one, and there's like these ghost knights, and I'm like, I wonder if those were like, what those were, like visionaries or something. And
well, that's the thing though. I mean, it's like those are toys we would have had. but,
Right.
They don't exist. Now, unless they were just handed down to him.
I'm sure there's a Hulk
Because I'm
Hogan
sure
somewhere.
Ethan, had some of those toys. As a
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. Maybe he's still got some of them.
He's just a little younger than we are.
It's so awesome. I'm just flipping through it right now. It's like I would much rather just reread this than talk about it.
Well, I think that everyone should just go out and read it instead of listening to this.
Yeah, you totally should. Can you imagine? Like, there's so much that happens in here, and it's so epic. And like, just thinking about how this relates to like a Marvel Universe crossover that's that epic.
Right.
It's like every awesome thing that you hope might happen when you're reading those Marvel things, or everything that takes 12 issues to happen that is
Right.
kind of cool is all condensed into like a fury of just entertainment and creativity and fun in these comics.
Oh yeah.
This is like 1,000 times better than any like Marvel crossover I've ever read, other than maybe Secret Wars, because that was just super fun. But
If I recall, we both disliked that one immensely.
oh no, I liked it.
Did you?
Even on the episode, I remember. I talked about how much I liked it because it reminded me. It was kind of like this for me. It reminded me a lot of playing with toys and like just having all these weird things happen.
Right.
But this is just so much more fun. It's like, yeah,
I think brevity helps.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. If this was 12 issues,
I don't know that. Yeah.
yeah,
That is. Like, I hate to say this, but I think Axe Cop is definitely best in short bursts.
right.
But again, it's like the analogy you brought up, a little bit ago. It's like if you were actually playing with, like a young kid, like dudes our age,
Right.
we would get exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
After like half an hour.
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever,
Exactly.
And yeah, you just need a break, and then maybe a meal, a nap, and then you come back
Right,
and you're
yeah.
just like, okay, let's do this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm sure they realize that too because they have been putting them out in, broken up miniseries, and the cartoon is 15 minutes long. And,
Right.
So I'm sure, I'm sure they get that it's like, it won't work as like a 200-page graphic novel.
No,
It would just be like, all right, here we go. I mean, it would be awesome, but it would just leave you behind because you couldn't keep up with it.
Right.
I think that's what it is. It's not like it gets old or like,
Yeah, it just wears you
repetitive.
out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because, I mean, even there's times while reading this where I'm just like, okay, well, how did we get here? What was happening that got us to this point?
But the fun part is it doesn't even really matter. It's
not at all.
It's more like it's more like if you're riding a roller coaster and you close your eyes for one of the loops and you're like, how did this part connect? It doesn't matter. You're enjoying it. It's like, oh yeah, it's so much fun.
I'm really gonna be sad when Malachi grows up.
I know. Yeah. What if he gets, when he's like 13, he's like, oh, I know that was. Yeah, I don't want to be associated with that anymore.
Right.
Take it off the out of print.
Right. But at the same time, TV show, successful comic, he's got to be set for,
A while.
A while. Yeah.
He's got to be a little proud of it.
Sure.
Yeah, there was Eric has the Bad Guy Earth trade paperback, and I've got the 3 single issues.
Right.
And on the back of each issue of mine, there's like one page that has some photos of like Malachi at a comic convention or something signing.
Okay.
And one of them was funny because it was like 2 little kids, and the Malachi's behind the counter like signing stuff. And it's like it just looks like it's like a kid world, It's like everybody's a kid. But I noticed in yours there's like a sketchbook and like all kinds of cool stuff. Did you look at that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Does it give some insight on some of how they created some of the things?
I don't know what's happening to me right now, but it's not good.
Your Taco Bell is eating you from the
I
inside.
think so.
We ate Taco Bell before this.
There's like the entire back section of this book. It doesn't have any of those convention pictures that you were talking about.
Oh.
No, but it does have like a making of section.
Right.
And like how they went about the process, and I guess Ethan lived with Malachi for like an entire month to plot out this book.
Wow.
And their basic plotting session was playtime, basically. They just hung out and played with toys, and, Malachi would just make shit up, and Ethan would write notes as he could, and, he would draw, and then, as Ethan or Malachi was just talking, and they would just,
He'd make
go
notes.
nuts there.
Wow, that sounds exhausting too.
Oh, yeah.
Like trying to keep up with that, and like you'd almost think you would have to record it and like listen to it in spurts later.
Right. And I guess he said the way they do the webcomic was that he would just call Malachi and just ask him questions, and he would just make the comic based off of Malachi's answers.
Right.
But he said this was like pretty in depth, and he said it's actually how they came up with Axe Cop in the first place.
By just playing together.
Right. Yeah.
That's so cool.
And this is just the 35-year-old cynic in me. I am super surprised that there hasn't been any copycats of this yet.
Right.
Where there's just like a cartoonist out there saying, "Oh, I should exploit my kid," or something like that.
Didn't Brian John Mitchell do that with his nephew? Actually, because our friend Brian John Mitchell, he has a nephew who's not. I don't think he's quite as young as Malachi was. He's probably like 10 or something or 12. But before I'd even read Axe Cop, he asked me to draw a script that his nephew had wrote. And I was like, "Oh, that sounds fun. That's amazing." I mean, it wasn't before Axe Cop existed, but it was before I knew of Axe Cop.
Right.
So, like, I thought it was like a completely unique idea, and I'm guessing he did too. Like, I'm guessing he hadn't.
No,
heard
I'm
of that.
sure it's been done before.
Right.
Like Mike Mignola has drawn comics that his daughter wrote at
Right.
age 7, but they're Mignolas, so the comic was like really dark and creepy.
Right. Yeah. 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 I think this is unique, even if it's not one of a kind.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because, just all the ideas present and everything like that, it just seems uniquely to, the Nicole brothers here.
Right.
and just, it is seemingly mostly just unfiltered childhood imagination run wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Creative chaos.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything with Axe Cop, just go see it and watch it and read it and buy it.
I noticed there's an ad on the back of one of these for Munchkin Axe Cop, the card game.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I kind of even want to play that now. Because all the artwork is by Ethan.
Right. Didn't you guys sell it at Mavericks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they still have it. I saw a copy when I was in there the other day.
Yeah. You still going there?
Yeah, I've still bought my new comics. I actually bought 2 of my favorite comics came out this week.
Axe Cop and...
Axe Cop didn't come out this week. No, I bought Optic Nerve number 13 and Youngblood number 78.
that was pretty close.
I haven't read either one yet because I had to read Axe Cop. Yeah, but yeah, I'm still going there. Oh, excuse me, man. That Taco Bell's killing me too.
Yeah, I think maybe we should take a break.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Axe Cop, everybody, just go get it.
right. And watch it on Saturday night.
Saturday nights, 11 o'clock-ish, depending on where you live, I guess.
Right. Depending on how many people are playing the lottery in your town.
Yeah. Right. All right, we'll be back.
And we'll chop your head off. Welcome back to Gutter Trash.
Oh,
Hi, everybody. Hey.
hey.
So, what did we do? We watched some trailers?
We did just watch some trailers.
Yeah, we did. We decided not to walk.
Right, yeah.
We decided to watch trailers instead, because that's healthy too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stimulates the mind.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the movie called? the
The super memorable one?
the Lemony Snicket or something. I forget.
We watched the trailer for The Secret Life of Walter Mitty,
Walter Mitty, yeah.
which is, we discussed a little bit yesterday. I was honestly shocked that you had never heard of it.
Yeah, never.
It's a short story by James Thurber. I was pretty sure everyone in junior high had to read, because I did.
I was hardly ever in junior high.
Oh, okay. But then also, we watched the movie in the same class as well.
Yeah.
The original movie, made in 1947, starring Danny Kaye. And there is a remake coming out, and I saw the trailer before The Wolverine. And even like halfway through the trailer, I was like, is this The Secret Life of Walter Mitty? And it was. But it's a kind of beautiful trailer.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
It almost had a less stylized Wes Anderson look to it for me.
Right.
Like there was a lot of like, kind of like, I don't know, like very structured. Like there was one like over the head shot, that Wes Anderson does a lot.
Right.
And then just like very like, I mean, the trailer was like mostly music with
Yeah.
these awesome looking, painting-esque images. And yeah, it kind of reminded me of Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
Looks good.
It's a Ben Stiller movie, directed by Ben Stiller.
Starring Ben Stiller.
I already said that.
No. I thought you said directed by.
I said it's a Ben Stiller movie, directed by Ben Stiller.
Well, I mean, like when I say it's a David Lynch movie, I don't assume that people think I mean David Lynch is in the movie.
No, that's David Lynch is more of a director than an actor,
That's true.
even though he has done both. While Ben Stiller, I believe, is more of an actor
Right.
than a director,
All right.
even though he has also done both.
All right. Well, now we know what each other think about Ben
Right.
Stiller.
Exactly.
I think of him more as an actor for sure,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's funny. He's a
That's
funny dude.
what I was saying, that he's an actor.
Yeah, and a funny dude.
He's all right. I don't know. I don't love Ben Stiller, but
Really, I love him deep inside of my heart.
yeah.
The cockles of my heart love
All
him.
right. I'm mostly indifferent to him. I won't see a movie just because he's involved.
I think there's a few I haven't seen. Like I
Right.
still haven't seen Zoolander.
Neither have I. Your lady friend and I were discussing this yesterday on our podcast, the Stupid Sexy podcast,
Right.
and she is apparently not a Ben Stiller fan.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
She says she couldn't think of a single thing of his that she liked. I brought up Permanent Midnight, and she acquiesced on that. Then she also mentioned that she enjoyed the Ben Stiller show,
Yeah.
but that was pretty much it for her.
Huh. That surprises me. 'Cause, I mean, she likes.
Horrible things.
Well, she likes me, obviously. No, I mean,
So
like,
she likes dumb things.
yeah. I mean, she likes dumb comedies. I don't know. And like, that's kind of like,
His thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's kind of known for that. Tropic Thunder, that was awesome.
I never saw it.
Yeah, that surprised me that she's not a fan. I didn't realize that.
You two don't know a lot about
I
it.
know we're gonna have to go to couple counseling if she's not into Ben Stiller like I am. Let me write that down. I'm gonna bring that up at the next meeting. I've also watched the trailer for Bad Milo.
That we did. Starring a comedian whom I do like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken Marino.
Hmm.
He
Don't-
is formerly of The State.
Oh yeah.
And he's been in a bunch of different things here and there. Guest starring roles mostly. Wet Hot American Summer.
I have seen that. I didn't recognize him.
Let's see what else. He was a supporting cast member on Reaper for a while. Veronica Mars. He's just
Good actor.
good actor,
Comedian.
good funny guy. Children's Hospital. He was on that. Yeah.
And Patrick Warburton's also in the film.
Patrick Warburton is as well, yeah, and Peter Stormare,
And
Stephen Root,
what's the lady? The lady,
Jillian Jacobs.
not that one.
And you got me there.
Was that the lady in the trailer?
It's the only lady I recognized
Okay.
from Community.
Okay. Oh no, there's the other lady.
I didn't see any other ladies.
Okay. She's a funny lady. She was in Bridesmaids, I think, and something else. I don't know. She's funny, but I forget her name.
I did not see her at all.
Well,
Were you thinking of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
oh, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Bad Milo.
No, you're right. Yeah, I'm confusing the two.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Because someone from Bridesmaids was in the trailer
What
for
was her name?
Kristen Wiig.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
she was in The Secret Life of Walter
Yeah.
Mitty trailer.
Okay. Because she's on an episode of Bored to Death that I really liked too.
Okay. No, yeah, Bad Milo just had the blonde lady from Community.
Wait a minute. So was the Asgul, was that from Walter Mitty or was that in Bad Milo?
That was actually in the Iron Man 3 that we clutched.
That makes sense. Ben Kingsley, spoiler, plays the Asgul. Wouldn't that be great if he did the voice of the Asgul? Like they
It'd be
just
pretty awesome.
hired him, or like him, like I don't know, Gary Oldman or somebody they paid to do all the growls. Like they just had money to throw away. Like Robert De Niro, can you do the Asgul growls?
I bet you ask Robert De Niro to be the voice of an Asgul. Robert De Niro takes a pay cut and says, be happy to do it.
He's cool. Yeah. Especially since Ben Stiller's in that movie.
Right.
Yeah, I get stuff mixed up sometimes.
But yeah, Bad Milo is apparently a movie about a man who has a demon in his ass that comes out and kills people.
Right, people that have stressed him out in some way.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, it does look pretty good.
I wasn't going to watch the trailer because my rule is I don't watch trailers unless I'm at the movies. Because I pretty much know what I want to watch and what I don't want to watch. And Bad Milo was already a movie I wanted to watch.
Right.
But you forced me to watch the trailer and it lived up to my expectations.
Yeah, Doogie made me watch that. I think it was Doogie. But yeah, that's a good looking film. Looks fun.
There's also another film coming out by other people from the state called Hell Baby. About a woman who is pregnant with some sort of demon baby.
That's weird, isn't it?
A little bit weird. Yeah.
Or do they get together? Is this part of a trilogy?
No, I don't think so.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, you know, there are factions of the state that sort of battle each other over comedic
Oh yeah.
properties.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that possible?
Could be. Could be.
You never know. Yeah, it looks like a fun movie though. I would watch the Hell Baby trailer as well.
We'll watch that after the show.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good. Yeah. So what else is happening?
No. Watching a lot of Teen Wolf lately.
Ah, yes. The Jeff Loeb film from the 80s. I respect you just... What?
Nope.
Oh, the Jason Bateman. Yeah, he's great. He's from Arrested Development.
Nope.
What? What?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh, the cartoon. That was awesome.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Oh. Nope.
You're not watching the MTV show.
I am watching the MTV television program Teen Wolf that just started like 2 years ago.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a little girl.
Apparently I am. Apparently I am a horny teenage girl.
Well, that's cool. I mean, do what you want. If you want to become a horny teenage girl, I'm not going to stop you. So how is it?
It's It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the show or being a horny teenage girl?
Both. I will say that I am discovering my vagina in new and terrific ways.
Right. Well, that's cool, I guess. You're actually too young for me to be legally allowed to talk to you about this.
Well, I am 16.
Oh, no. This ain't Canada.
I am almost legal.
Yeah. You're like a winger song. You're not even a winger song. You're like a year away from being...
I'm a Kiss song. I'm
Yeah.
Christine 16.
Oh, wow. Don't they have another one about...
Fucking a 16-year-old?
They have a song called... what's the one about... Like, he's like, I'm 94, you're 16. Oh, Going Blind. Going Blind.
All right.
It's about an old man going blind and he's, like, chasing around a 16-year-old girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that at least seems true to life.
Right? Yeah.
'Cause Gene Simmons is like 94 and
Yeah.
probably chasing around after 16-year-olds.
At least, yeah, one or two, yeah. Yeah.
You know, the Kiss has a song called Caster Plaster, or Plaster Caster, which is based on the groupie who would make plaster casts of various rock stars' cocks.
Uh-huh.
They never did that.
Kiss never did it?
Kiss never did that.
Really?
Yeah, she never approached any member of Kiss to have their members molded for eternity.
You said she never approached any member of Kiss. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah.
So, but did she, even after the song, she didn't?
No.
Like, she wasn't like, oh, Eureka, duh, I should...
No.
Huh. So they were lying about that.
Yep.
Wow.
So maybe Gene Simmons is lying about being Dr. Love.
What?
Yeah.
Surely he is still a God of Thunder, though.
Probably not.
I don't know anymore.
Considering that was a Star Child song in the first place.
Oh, wow. And it was
But,
turned over to
to the
demon. Wow.
Yeah. I
Golly.
wrote a comic about it.
Yeah. That's right, you did. Well, that's weird. So I wonder if any of those guys, when they were getting their member plastered, if it had, claustrophobia in there. Because I've heard, like, some people that are getting makeup effects done,
Right.
they get a little anxious and they have to be broken out of it.
Sure.
Even though they can breathe, they just, like, are hyperventilating because of their
Right.
anxiety. So I wonder, like, would your penis start becoming flaccid as a reaction to that?
I don't know. I'm guessing that maybe it's like, once it's hardened, that maybe it's tied off to keep the blood.
You're talking about the plaster.
I'm talking about the plaster.
Yeah.
The plaster is tied off to keep its shape.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems dangerous somehow.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I've heard that male strippers do this.
Really?
Yeah, that they get themselves into an erect position and then sort of tie it off with a rubber band to keep it
Really?
firm.
Huh.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
So wonder what.
I think this is also the purpose of cock rings.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was just to be showy.
No. Yeah.
Huh. Never knew that.
At least from what I recall in that episode of Rescue Me.
Oh, is that what they said in there? Okay.
Well, it was. Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've seen that because that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they said
It
about it.
was, and then he put a cock ring on him so that he could stay hard to measure his dick,
Huh.
and then it wouldn't come off, and then they had to find like a band saw in order to cut the ring off.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Uh-huh.
I've heard Windex works. Like if you're trying on a ring and it's stuck.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to put Windex on my junk either.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe some, olive oil,
Right.
extra virgin olive oil.
Oh yeah.
Well, just because it's more pure and not.
Sure.
This isn't working.
No. This is a horrible conversation we're having.
It's terrible. At least we're not recording this.
Oh, we can go back to talking about whatever it was we were talking
Teen
about.
Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah. So it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not too terrible. It's not wonderful either.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely geared to the Twilight audience.
Right. How far along are you in there?
Like 6 episodes in the first season. There's apparently 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you think you're going to give it one season and go from there?
Yeah. At this point, I'm not hating it to the point where I'm just done. You know?
Right.
So I'll at least watch through the first season.
Right.
But in addition to the Twilight-y type things, it also has some of that storytelling stuff that I'm not a huge fan of, like secrets upon secrets upon secrets. It's like the stuff that I kind of just always hated about, like X-Files and other shows, or comics or anything like that. I don't need everything to be a lie.
Right. Yeah.
Especially with characters who are not established or
that you don't really care about. You're
right,
like, yeah.
It's just like wolf packs and tribes and clans and all that kind of shit. Whenever I hear that involved with any sort of horror thing, just bores the fucking shit out of me.
So what inspired you to watch them?
I
You
was
like werewolves?
Werewolves and curiosity in general, because I enjoy the movie.
Oh yeah.
One might say one of the only good things Jeff Loeb has ever done in his career.
Movie wise, maybe. I mean, we liked. I think we both liked all of his Tim Sale comics too.
And most of those, yeah. But just curiosity, boredom, and not really in the mood to watch a Rockford Files, and not in the mood to watch a movie either.
I forgot you're still going through Rockford Files.
I am indeed.
Wow.
I'm on season 5, somewhere in the middle right now.
How many were there? 8?
6 seasons. So
6.
So, I believe season 6 is a short season, so I'm nearing the end of that.
Right.
But I just didn't feel like watching it, and I was just like, what the hell,
I kind of want to rewatch. I think we talked about this before. That werewolf show from the 80s.
Just Werewolf?
Yeah. I kind of want to rewatch that, but I'm really worried that it will just be so much more awful than my nostalgia for it is telling me that it is.
I'm with you. I would like to see it again too. I have fond memories of it.
I loved it.
I think we've even talked about this before. It was supposed to come out on DVD, and it just got delayed due to like music rights or something like that. So,
right.
It as of this point has not come out yet.
Never been on Netflix even.
And I think I've also mentioned this before. I don't know if it was on this podcast or not, but if it's a TV show, why isn't it on Netflix, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's like the perfect thing Netflix is for.
Right. Yeah. The streaming, you mean?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like I should be able to just sit down and watch every episode of Barney Miller if I want to.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. I vote for that.
Yeah.
When I'm president of the world, I kind of want to call off work tomorrow and just read Axe Cop President of the World. But I don't know. That might be overload too.
Do you get a lunch break? You can read it.
We have a working half an hour lunch break, so we have to do stuff while we eat.
You get bathroom breaks?
Yeah. Up until tomorrow is the first day that the entire school will be filled with students, because up until now it's been all the sophomores, but the freshmen are coming tomorrow. Yeah. So all the sophomores are going to be on the second level where my office is.
And they're going to be hazing the freshmen, right?
No. We actually had to watch it. They had to show a video about bullying, right, just because they thought about that.
Because they think you're going to be a kind of an asshole.
Yeah, they locked me in this room and made me watch the bullying video by myself. No, but every day after lunch, I'm the only male on the entire second floor, and there's only one male men's bathroom, and it's one of those just tiny ones that has you open it up and there's a lock on the door because there's just one toilet. Right. It's one of those. Right. So as of tomorrow, there's going to be 20 times the amount of men on that floor, and being a vegetarian, I'm not going to go into graphic detail here, but being a vegetarian. After I eat, I'm in there. I'm in the bathroom. Yeah. I'm doing my thing. And that's like the thing I'm most worried about.
Right.
Is tomorrow I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work or not.
Right.
Um,
Do you, it's not the only bathroom though, right?
there's one other bathroom, a men's room, and it's like a 3-stall one. You know, it's like, there's no like huge ones in the whole building, but yeah, there's just the two. But there's going to be like 60 people, probably half and half, so probably 30 dudes in the building tomorrow. And I'm a little nervous about how my post-lunch bathroom break is going to go.
You, there's not a staff bathroom?
There's not a staff bathroom. I was surprised by that.
I'm pretty surprised by that too.
Because there's no teacher's lounge or anything.
Right.
There's an office, but then there's no bathroom connected to the office.
I think you should quit.
I was thinking about getting a colostomy bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have a friend with one of those.
Oh, if he's not using
He's
it,
not using it right
can
now.
I wipe it off and wipe it out and take it?
Sure. I'm sure he loves the fact that we're talking about this right now. He listens occasionally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're serious? You got a buddy with one?
He doesn't have a colon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would be rough, actually.
Yeah.
Well, then I feel like I've spent the last few minutes, spouting my white girl problems. my first world white girl problems. I think I can man up. I'll be all right.
But I'm with you too. I work in an office where not only our office, but other offices on our floor. There's probably like 20 dudes
Right.
who all have to use the same bathroom, and
Probably all in the same hour, like lunch break hour.
no, like just throughout the day.
Mhm.
And but usually after around 9 o'clock, though, it already is beginning to deteriorate.
Right.
And sometimes I will have to go on one of the other floors to
Right.
to check out the bathroom situations
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Because I know the second floor of the building, there's not as many dudes who work there. It's mostly ladies.
Right.
But still, each
Everybody knows that by now, though. So everybody,
yeah.
it's not like your secret anymore.
No, yeah. It's sometimes it's not fun.
That's probably what I'll have to do. I'll probably have to sneak down to the first floor.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Hey, if that's the worst thing that happens, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
'Cause- yeah.
Yeah.
That was our potty talk for the night. We have to do it. It's in our contract.
You've been doing anything about your other than your job? I mean, I am sick and fucking tired of hearing about your goddamn job.
It's definitely the most exciting thing in my life right now, right? It's something new and different. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I haven't really done a whole lot this week. I might be going to watch a football game this coming week.
What?
Not a live one, but on a TV in a sports bar, as I'm prone to do, with my brother and one of our mutual friends. Yeah, isn't that weird? Yeah. Especially since the football season hasn't started yet, but apparently there's a preseason game, and I'm just going to hang out with my brother and my buddy, so
Right.
I'll just have a beer and take my sketchbook with me,
Yeah,
so I can manage.
You can draw Dayton, Ohio, in its greatest glory.
Yeah, I've heard some artists do that. Yeah. I did go visit Mavericks this week, as we mentioned. Got my new funny books.
Disappointing.
I'm down to only having $25 in store credit there, and it's probably going to get wiped out this coming visit. So
Right.
I have to start spending real American money. Although I won't for the first time ever. I won't be spending cash because with my new job, they don't pay me in cash like a garage sale would. So I applied for a debit card to.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already got a checking account, but I applied to just have a debit card sent to my house. So
Welcome to the 20th century.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I haven't. I generally don't carry around any cash on me.
Yeah.
If I do, it's just some sort of weird fluke that I happen to have
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It is weird. Yeah, like I have this since I was 14 years old. No joke. Like this is literally true. It's not an exaggeration. Since I was 14 years old until today, I've always had cash in my wallet. Today I have $0 for the first time ever. Because like the last time I got paid from Mavericks, it was for like a week and a half, so I had a decent like pile of money.
Right.
And I've just been like spending it, on what I need, things I need, like gas or food or whatever. And today I spent my last $2. So yeah. I'm cashless. So now when like homeless people approach me, I'll have an excuse to not give them. Like I usually do. I'm like, here's $1, here's some quarters, or whatever.
You should just always use that excuse, though.
I can't lie to the homeless.
Yeah,
That's like that gets you sent straight to hell. I think if you lie to the homeless.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Pretty sure if you're homeless, you're going to hell.
Well, then if I lie to them, we're going to be stuck down there together, and it'll be extra awkward.
No, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different circle of hell.
No, well, you won't be going to hell at all because all you're doing is disrespecting the homeless, who are already going to hell because they're homeless.
Right.
So God frowns upon the homeless.
Right.
And if you're...
Smiles upon the rich.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But I'm no longer rich. I have no more money.
You have money, you just don't have access to it.
Right. Okay. All right. So this is what being an adult's like.
Yeah.
It's not good. Why do
No.
people do this?
Why did you leave your job?
It was Magic the Gathering. Having no bathroom and no money is still better than dealing with Magic the Gathering.
You just mentioned that you don't have the bathroom at your job, but that's not much different than a Mavericks.
There was a Christopher's right next door. And I would
Which
always...
only had one restroom
Oh, yeah. But
that hundreds of people used a day.
but there was hardly ever anyone in that restroom. It was weird. It was weird.
Because it's a single stall
Yeah.
restroom.
It's
So
true.
of course there's not 100 people in there at one time.
Well, no. That would be illegal. That would probably violate some fire codes.
Right. And some morality clauses.
Oh, yeah. There's probably a lot more than a fire code being violated if that many people are in a bathroom.
You ass.
Yeah.
Asses are
That's
being
what
violated.
we were referencing
I'm
there.
going to get you fired from your job.
I hope they never find out about this show. Or anything I do when I'm not there, actually. Like, oh man, yeah. I mean, I don't do anything terrible, but I don't want to spread this around,
Right, yeah.
Even like tomorrow we're doing the, like, because tomorrow is the first day that I have my own like class.
Right.
I've like shadowed and like co-taught, but tomorrow it's like, me teaching a class, and we're all gonna do like icebreakers for the first part, and we're supposed to bring in something as a show and tell.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, why don't you bring in, like you say you draw comics, why don't you bring in one of your comics? I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna bring in, I have a Superman coffee mug.
Right.
I'm gonna bring that in,
Right.
and so I can talk about comics
Sure.
based on Superman, and then I'll say like I like to draw, and like comics have inspired me to draw, and I'm gonna help inspire you guys to draw, and like
You can bring in one of your little sketch cards, your supervillain sketch
oh yeah.
cards.
Well, I don't have any at the house, and normally I would say I'd just swing by Mavericks, but I turned in my keys this Wednesday.
What?
Yeah,
You could have kept those forever, you realize, right?
I know, I know, but I had a lot of keys on my keyring, and like I don't want an excuse to like easily go back there,
Right, right. Oh, I get you.
Yeah. In fact, I was hoping they would like change all their like codes and
Passwords,
everything. Yeah,
yeah.
so
But they have not.
they have not
Because it's Mavericks.
right. And I actually logged on and I like viewed their invoices for next week, so I could see if there's any books I wanted. And yeah. If I wanted, I could just like order like 1,000 copies of Jeffrey Brown's Clumsy.
Right. Yeah. I'm telling you, what you should do is order like 1,000 copies of Joe Casey's Sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
that's right.
Godland, or
What's the new one? It has like a Raphael Grandpa cover. I remember we actually had a couple copies in the store, like on the rack, not just for special orders. And I can't remember what it's called. It was like a white cover with a dude running, and Raphael Grandpa drew it. The cover. He just drew the cover only, but Joe Casey wrote the book.
Bounce.
I can't remember. I wanted to say Collider, but that's not it.
That's not a Joe Casey book.
I can't remember. I don't think it was Bounce, but I don't know. Maybe it was.
Yeah, it's Sex and Bounce are the only two Joe Casey things I can think of right now.
This one had like 5 names on the cover, so I don't know if it was like co-written by Joe Casey, maybe, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm looking forward to Sex Criminals by Matt Fraction.
which one's that?
Sex Criminals.
What's that about?
Matt Fraction.
I don't know.
It's about sex criminals.
Oh, is it by Matt Fraction?
Yes, it is.
I know which one you're talking about. I'd heard about that. Did you read Satellite Sam?
I did read the first issue. Yeah.
What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. Could be interesting.
Yeah. Cool.
It's definitely not what I usually expect from a Matt Fraction.
Right.
And that it's definitely more of a noir type story. Definitely a mystery. It's not super weird or wacky or anything like that.
That's cool.
More along the lines of, I guess, what Hawkeye is, just without some of the weirder aspects of Hawkeye.
Huh. Do you like Shaken's art? Do you like his art?
I do. Yeah.
I'm kind of torn. Like, I like his style, but I don't like his people, like their faces. I think I'm not a big fan of the way he draws faces for some reason, but everything else I like. I like his style. His like
the only thing about his art that I sort of don't jive with is he does a lot of sort of, at least like in the last 10 years or so, he's been doing this a lot of I guess it's like Photoshop manipulation.
Right, like backgrounds and
patterns and stuff like that.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But I have the same problem. Like Kyle Baker's been doing that for like 10 years or so now too, and I don't like it there either. So, and basically, I just like artists to draw.
Yeah. Like that's what they're there for.
Right. Like Ariel Olivetti also is a guy that has started to do like more of his work, pure digitally.
Right.
And like there's definitely a significant difference in, what I like about his arts than there is now, which I generally don't like.
All right. What's he do now?
I don't know what he does now, but
I remember him doing like some JLA stuff.
Right.
Thor maybe. Did he Thor?
I don't know about Thor. I remember he did some. Actually, it was Matt Fraction's Punisher book, Punisher War Journal.
Okay.
But yeah, he. Like he used to have, I guess, what I would call like a Simon Bisley type style, with like just heavy, scratchy inks and noodly almost. And it was really awesome. And then like he started working like digitally, and it's just pretty kind of flat and plain now.
Maybe he's building towards something. Maybe he'll redo his style, and I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I don't enjoy Kyle Baker's work as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I enjoy his work, and at least Shaken's work seems to be basically the same. It's just little things here and there that
he's modernized a little.
Right, yeah.
Speaking of artists that we don't like, my Charlie Adler autograph sold on eBay.
You mean that you don't like?
Right. I put it up as a buy it now of $30 or a bid, and so some people started bidding on it. So the buy it now thing disappears, I guess.
Yeah.
But it went for $22.50.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
not bad at all.
Yeah, for something I basically got for free, some store credit. So yeah,
there you go.
It did pay for all the packs that I bought. Because I bought all these packs of the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund trading cards, and that was in there, in case you didn't hear the last episode. But it just sold, so I'm sending it out tomorrow.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I gotta remember to package that up tonight.
you do that.
Mm.
But, you know, I mean, it's getting late, though, and you may not have time to.
Oh my God!
It's after 9.
I should be asleep right now.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah. I should be asleep in about an hour, actually.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
You don't get trying to be awake at work?
I totally get trying to be awake at work.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for 7 years.
So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get used to it, getting up early and staying awake for it. Which so far has worked.
And how early do you have to get up?
Tomorrow, 5:45.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'll wave to you as I'm on my way to go get coffee.
See, that's probably part of it too. I don't drink coffee, so
Yeah.
I might start.
I don't want to drink coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I would enjoy getting rid of my caffeine addiction
Right.
and just only drink water because I enjoy it.
Right.
But I fell off the wagon, and now it's necessary.
Isn't there like a Caffeine Lovers Anonymous you could go to or something?
Probably not, because nobody thinks of it as a narcotic,
Right.
even though it absolutely is.
It's very addictive, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
yep.
Yeah.
There. I got nothing else going on. If you're ready for me to pick a movie.
Sure.
So you got something else? Anything happening? Anything earth-shattering you need to discuss with me for our listeners to hear?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, not really.
I'll pick a movie if that's all right.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, I'm going to pick a movie that I was going to pick the last time. And actually, for like the last 3 times that I've picked a movie, I've been meaning to pick this one instead. So we're going to do it. We're going to watch They Might Be Giants.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
I am as well.
Cool. They might be giants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
This is, for the listener, not a documentary about the band.
Right.
This is a movie that was made in the 70s where the band took their name from.
That's right.
So I don't want to disappoint you by thinking we're gonna be doing some crazy They Might Be Giants.
John and John. I would love. I'd watch
Oh,
that.
I'd watch one.
Yeah,
too.
that sounds good. Good as well.
I'm sure they've got an interesting history and
Right.
story to tell. But this is not about that. This is about a crazy man who thinks he's Sherlock Holmes.
Which could be awesome.
Right.
Have you ever seen it?
Nope.
No? Cool.
But it is on Netflix streaming.
Watch it with us,
Watch
guys.
it with us. Yeah.
Or before we do, even.
Right. Yeah.
Because if you're watching it with us, chances are you won't be listening to the show right after.
Exactly. Yeah. Watch it before you listen to this show.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
They might be giants.
They might be giants. Boy.
Oh, I could add them to my list. That was something I did this week. I was trying to make a list of, like, when I eat breakfast, sometimes I try to do something to keep myself awake. So I make lists or brainstorm ideas.
The act of eating doesn't do that.
No.
The motion of arm to
No.
repeatedly.
Well, no, that keeps my body awake, but I'm talking about my brain too.
You have to concentrate.
No.
That your mouth is open.
I've done it every day for 30-something years. I don't need to. I can do that when I'm sleeping. So
You should do what I used to do when I lived at home. My dad would read the newspaper while I was eating breakfast, and I would also read the newspaper upside down.
oh wow, that would take some mental capacity.
Especially since it's
Across the room,
Yeah.
across the table.
yeah,
Huh. I don't want to do that.
keeps your brain awake.
Right. Well, so does making lists and stuff. And I was making a list of all the bands that I could think of that have made theme songs, like bands I like that have made theme songs about themselves. And I need to add They Might Be Giants to the list. Because I got the Butthole Surfers, I got Devo, the Esoterics, Squire. I guess you could count Wu-Tang because I mean, like most hip hop is like a theme song,
Self-referential, yeah,
but they have Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with. So,
Black Sabbath,
Black Sabbath, yeah.
the Monkees.
The Monkees, I didn't add that one either. Wow, okay, so we got some good ones here. Cracker has a song called Cracker Soul. Sonic Youth sort of has a theme song. They have one where they mention Sonic and Youth, but I don't know. I was stretching it.
Would you count the song "Hooker with a Penis" by Tool?
I don't know.
Because they don't mention themselves, but they mention someone talking to them.
Oh, meh. I wouldn't think of it as a theme song, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just going straight out theme song.
Yeah.
No, not just self-referential.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. The Monkeys and They Might Be Giants. I'll add this to the list. And Black Sabbath.
I was mostly joking about the Black
Well,
Sabbath.
yeah. I mean, it's called Black Sabbath,
Right,
but it's not really about them.
No.
So yeah. Cool.
Right.
All right.
The Who? Who are you?
Maybe.
The Ramones covering the Motorhead song "Ramones."
Oh wow. Gray area. Maybe by next week we'll have a full list.
Motorhead have a song called
Motorhead sounds. Yeah, they were on my list actually.
Okay.
Motorhead, yeah. Although I don't know if that's about them.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because I kind of want to make it like just like about because like Guar is like because we are Guar, we'll go far. Yeah, it's like I want to make it like I want to like have a CD where I like burn all these on a CD. And I don't know why. I'm not sure why.
Because you're dumb and you have time.
Exactly. Yeah, that is why. All right.
All right then. So They Might Be Giants next week.
Yes.
Alrighty. Good night.
See you guys and ladies. There's no ladies that listen. My girlfriend listens. No, not really. See you guys.
Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. You can subscribe to the show from guttertrash.net or from iTunes and leave us a review. Visit guttertrash.net for email information, links to our Facebook and Twitter pages, and for other podcasts and websites in the Gutter Trash Network. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.